This is where the controversy happens. This is where it's going to get a little bit controversial. Do you think that when you propose, you should find out what kind of ring they want beforehand? Or do you think that a woman should be happy with whatever he chooses? 1 in the chat if you think you should ask first and find out what kind of rings she likes. 2 in the chat if it's just about the symbol, and as long as he put a lot of effort into it, that's all that should matter. I would give like my personal opinion, but we had such an interesting situation because me and TJ proposed to each other and neither of us asked the other one what we wanted, but there were things that we knew. Like, we paid attention to certain context clues. So, like, for example, my husband knew my favorite colors and he knew that I was very non-conventional, and so he kind of went a more unique route. I knew his favorite colors, and I also knew that he's like a big nerd, so I had his ring made of dinosaur bone and meteorite, and then I put a red band in the middle. So we definitely got creative, and I ended up really, really happy and like thrilled. I actually don't think I could have picked a cooler ring than the one. I'll do a little ring show off for you guys. But I love what he picked out for me. I'm super grateful, but I definitely accept the possibility of there is a way it could have gone wrong. Like, for example, if I got like a huge diamond, like giant, I probably wouldn't like it. It's just not my style. So that would be hard to be grateful for. But I had just asked this on my channel recently, and then this video went viral, so let's take a look. It says, I'm so pissed he proposed with a silver ring even though I'm a gold girly. He must not pay attention to the little things. And then we get like the full face. So this is kind of an interesting partner shaming one, because it's not very often that a man gets shamed on the internet for proposing, but he did it wrong. I've been joking a lot lately about the no, not like that button. I want like a button that's like, no, not like that. And then every time I say something like, I just want my boyfriend to propose, slam, not like that though. It's tough because there's always like a wrong way of doing things. You know what I mean? Like, you might want a man to propose, but you might not want it to be public. And so that would be really scary to you if it was. Or you might want your man to propose and you might want it to be public. Like, you're going to be upset if no one's around or there's no photographer. I don't know. Like, there's always a wronger way of doing things, but at the same time, like, there's also a righter way of correcting that thing. So, for example, your man's right there. You're standing right in front of him. He's right there. You can have a conversation about it. She probably had some kind of a conversation with him, because otherwise, like, look at that face, dude. He knows exactly what she's doing right now. He's like, I just got screamed at for proposing wrong. Fuck my life. Now she's making a TikTok. That's what I see in this face. I could be wrong. Maybe bro has no clue what's going on, but it looks like he's getting hit with a little case of the regretties. Yeah, that's the part for me too, Charlie. That's the part that kind of takes this from understandable disappointment to, bro, you're just a spoiled bitch. And what's really crazy about this is there is further evidence to the she might just be a spoiled bitch theory that I have. And it's based on 2 more TikToks that I found that I had no idea were even linked back to the same person. And I was just gonna react to them anyway. They're a little bit later in the list, but just remember, Miss Keeley with the silver ring and not the gold ring will be making a triumphant return. Let's take bets though, and then see how this ages later on in internet history. Do we think she's gonna get the gold ring? What do y'all think is gonna happen? Do you think that, like, I feel like I can see 1 of 3 like endings going down on this choose your own adventure, and I'll give them to you based on most likely. Most likely is that she does indeed get the gold ring. Like, they just go out and they get it, and then when she gets like a hater comment from someone who's like, you're a spoiled bitch, she's gonna respond to it with the gold ring. That's the most probable theory that I'm going to put on the table. The second theory is that she sticks with the silver ring for ages. Like, and it's like this quiet resentment piece that like occasionally gets brought up around like the holidays or like in passing, where she'll be like, Yeah, kind of like how William gave me a silver ring instead of gold. Or the third possibility is that, like, we don't make it to the altar. I'm getting that just purely based on this face and nothing else. Don't tell me it's actually a white gold ring. Oh my god, wouldn't that be so funny if she was like, I'm a gold girly. Well, you didn't know that was gold. And there's a lot of people in the comments who are like, I've never heard of a gold engagement ring. Is silver like the traditional? I'm curious to see that now. Oh, there's tons of gold. There's like really no main traditional thing. Interesting. Let's read some of these comments though. This is 100% that deep. Damn. I'd actually say no. Damn. Your feelings are valid. That would make me overthink a lot. Oh my god. I knew they were going to take this right into the he's probably cheating on you territory.
There would be a real ring, but it would be $500 at most.
You can get nice rings for that much. I've never been a kind of person who is like for example, I have no idea what the cost of this is. In fact, I know that it was like a family heirloom and that he only paid to basically have it like cleaned and like buffed up. There was like a piece of like amethyst broken or something that he had repaired, which I've since broken again, so that's cool of me, but it's been like a decade. Lay off. But yeah, I have no idea how much mine was. It was never about that. I told him that I would say yes to a macaroni noodle on a pipe cleaner. That's just me. This isn't me like trying to be like a pick-me, like I can do it better than you, like, because I know that there's a lot of girls who literally would and have made fun of me in the past for stuff like that. In fact, I have been made fun of by other women for the fact that, like, I even bought my husband's engagement ring in the first place. Like, or I guess wedding band thing. Like, I get made fun of for spoiling my husband. I get made fun of for spending money on my husband by other women. And so, yeah, that would not surprise me at all. I don't understand why you need to have X amount of money spent on you, especially when it's something that, like, you could drop down a drain, really. It's very possible. Yeah, there are other women, though, who are like, this just screams ungrateful. Poor guy, he deserves better. Wow, so this is kind of like a mixed bag, but overwhelmingly, people see it, these women particularly see it as like a major red flag if you get the engagement ring wrong. If he wanted to, he would. He did want to. What? He just didn't want to the way that you wanted him to. That's crazy that they're throwing the if he wanted to, he would out here. If he wanted to get everything right 100%, he would. Trust me, every guy wants to get everything 100% right, dude. They really do. It's not for lack of want. This is a weird one. So here's one where the original content creator responds. It does speak volumes, though. Every boyfriend should know what color jewelry you wear every day. Yes, I 100% agree. Also, this is completely a joke. So it is a joke, but you do agree that it is that deep and is very serious. What? But if I, like, let's say, for example, my husband, for some reason, did not like the dinosaur bone meteorite ring that I made him. Yeah, now that I'm, like, thinking about it, I understand why a lot of you guys are like, my feelings would be hurt, but I guess I would exchange it out. Like, if he told me, like, I absolutely hate this, like, I would not want to wear it, I would be so surprised. And as I'm sure most of these guys are, you know? Like, you walk into a jewelry store about to spend however much, like, I don't know, I guess probably some guys do propose with, like, cheap engagement rings. Is there a price point that you guys would consider cheap? Like, is there a point where, when it comes to, like, you're proposing to this woman, like, do you think it should be some percentage of your monthly income? Do you think that it should be, like, let's say, over $1,000 or over $500? Like, what is considered, like, a cheap ring at which point, like, a man should be embarrassed? Is there a cheap point? Because I know plenty of happy couples who are like, we literally just have $30 rings from Walmart. We've been together for 20 years. I guess it all depends. I really would think about a girl differently, I think, if we were, like, talking about it and she was like, no, a $300 ring is not acceptable. I would be like, well, can you justify your stance for me then? Because I don't understand why you necessarily... I don't understand that. I feel like a good partner is not going to care about how much money you spend on the ring. Like, the real one is not going to care, personally. And there's a lot to be said about how overpriced diamonds in general have become. I told you guys earlier in the stream that there were more TikToks from the lady who was not happy with her silver ring. We're gonna watch those now. Silver ring lady, what else you got for us? How to know if your man is cheating on you. Do the test and thank me later. Ooh, okay.
How to know if your man is cheating on you. P.S. If you have a boyfriend and you want to have a good day, do not watch this video. Number 1. If he constantly has his phone flipped upside down or on Do Not Disturb, he is clearly hiding something. Because you know damn well on the other side of that phone, he's going to have a snap notification from a girl named Haley Hart Silly Face saying how much she misses your...
To be fair, she did add, this was personal. So if that felt a little specific, it's because it was. All right, so thing number 1, like the putting the phone down. I have heard this from multiple people. That is like the iconic red flag, guilty. I do this though. I do this, and my husband can go through my phone anytime. Do it as a social sign. Surprise, motherfucker. That I'm engaged in. Yeah. Will, thank you. I'm curious, what do you guys think? I guess it depends on how else they're acting in addition to the phone being set down. My personal favorite is when everybody sets their phone down and we all stack the phones on each other as like a sign of solidarity. Like we're gonna be in this together.
Anyways, next one. If he randomly changes his profile picture. Because who else would he be doing that for? The boys? No. Another girl? Yes.
Okay. What do we think about that one, chat? Changing the profile picture randomly. What would constitute as like random? What is like a normal amount of times to change it? I don't think that I've ever changed my profile picture not randomly. If two people are vibing, like they meet and they're vibing, typically like you don't need a new profile picture to like pull some likes or engagement out of that person. If they post a profile picture that is like specifically, like let's say their last couple of ones have been with you, and now the profile picture is them alone. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, is there trouble in paradise? Like, if that's the situation. Sorry for the dog barking. I might have gotten a package. Thank you for alerting me. Thank you. But I think we're all okay. Again, I'm really trying to be charitable here. Really give the benefit of the doubt.
Next one, if he's constantly accusing you of cheating or lying, he just doesn't want you to be doing what he's doing to you.
Okay, that one though I actually agree with. So far, like the first two, I wouldn't read too much into those things. I think that if you do read into those things, assuming that that means that your man is cheating on you, you're gonna have a bad day, because those are two pretty normal things. But definitely she's right about this one. If someone is constantly accusing you of stuff, that's usually a bad sign, yeah.
Next one, girls still aren't getting to this day. If he cheated on a girl in his last relationship, he will cheat on you. You lose the man how you got him. You're not gonna change him.
So the once a cheater, always a cheater thing. If you guys started dating because you were the other girl, then yes. Yes, absolutely. Of course, if he's cheating with you, he's going to cheat on you. And that's not a gender thing either. Same with women. If you got with a girl because she was cheating on her boyfriend, guess what? History repeats itself for sure. But like, let's say the person cheated like when they were young, right? Like in one of their earliest relationships, and it felt terrible, and then they just haven't cheated on anybody since. Do you still think once a cheater, always a cheater? Or would it be different in a situation like that if they told you, like, just so you know, I have cheated on the past, didn't feel great, hated every second of it, and that is how I know that I'm not a cheater? Would you still give them a chance? But for sure, yeah, if they cheated with you, they will cheat on you. For sure.
Test if he's actually cheating. Reach for his phone, and if he shows any sort of restraint or like hesitation and kind of flinches, he's clearly hiding something, and you need to find out what that is before it's too late.
Curious about this one too. Do you guys consider that a red flag? Like, I'm also curious, like, how exactly are you like reaching for the phone? I guess it's just reaching. I would not have a crazy reaction if someone reached for my phone though. Like, anybody. I would just kind of be like, oh, that's actually mine. Because I've had that happen before. Like, me and my mother-in-law, we used to have the same exact phone, and so like we would regularly be picking up each other's phones. It like wasn't a big deal. This one's also probably pretty fair though. I would say probably fair. I wouldn't say like use it as a test, because here's the thing, like body language is loud, especially if you're good at reading it. And if someone is deliberately trying to test me, I have a feeling that the general mood in the room will be different than if someone genuinely in a setting accidentally grabbed my phone. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like my bullshit detectors would be on a little bit higher of alert. No, but really, let's wrap this up.
Next one, if you randomly get a text from him at like 4 a.m. saying how much he loves you and appreciates you, that's basically him just admitting that he just fucked another girl. Don't fall for it.
This is another one that I've heard time and time again. There is like a weird truth to that though. And so I would actually advise, if it's 4 a.m, like if it's a weird time that you don't normally text your partner, do not, even if it like feels right in your heart, you're like, man, I'm like away on this trip or at school and I just miss them so much and it's a weird time, but I just want them to know I'm thinking about them. Don't do it, because too many people before you they get the post-cheating oopsies, and then that's when they start the love bombing, and it's always a weird time. And so there are like a lot of countless people, including men, who have similar stories, and they're like, gotta remind my partner I love them, because if I say I love you now, they'll never think I'm cheating on them. But now we've entered a societal overcorrection to where like that's actually the first thing we think. That's actually the nope, you are being way too lovey-dovey. You must be cheating on me. No texting before 6 a.m. Honestly, no. Just not a great idea ever with anybody. Most people don't want to hear from you before 6 a.m. We got time for the other one from the same silver ring lady. Again, I have no idea how I got so many of this chick's videos. It was just like stuff I would like be tagged in or like was sent to me, and I was like, this is crazy. And then like I realized that 3 of them were the same person. And I was like, oh, so you just make problematic content. You just make stuff I hate. You're a stuffed advocate hates factory. So you know I love stuff like this. You know I definitely haven't made several YouTube videos making fun of girls like this, but how to piss men off. Oh my gosh, this is so empowering. This is what feminism fought for.
Okay, so for the first one, it says pick one of his ugly friends and say that they low-key look alike.
Even if your man doesn't necessarily think of his ugly friend as an ugly friend, he's still gonna like probably second guess the fact that you're like, you guys look alike. Like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say you find my friend attractive? Yeah, it is negging. Thank you. Yes, this is 1000% negging. Here's the thing that I don't think a lot of women understand is that the place that a lot of pipelines of feminism have started going toward is just female red pill. Literally, it's just red pill for females. If you look into a lot of the things that these women are saying and encouraging other women to do to men, it's the same as male pickup artists and what they talk to each other for. And they'll try to justify it and be like, oh, well, it was done to us, so it's our time to reclaim this tool. Like, no, that's literally just perpetuating the cycle of abuse. That's all that is. You're not being clever or unique. You're just being an asshole. Like, they call it how to piss off men because to them, this is like the dog whistle of like, we're girls, like we're fighting the patriarchy. This is what our moms always told us was going to be like the cool thing to do. We're advocates. You know, we're really doing the right thing here, but it's like, girlfriend, you're being an asshole.
So for this one, make sure he's significant.
Why are you bringing his innocent friends into this and putting them down for no reason? If it was how to piss off men who are being racist, let's go! But like, at least that would make more sense. You're just how to be mean to a guy that you apparently are trying to build a relationship with, and also his friends who did nothing wrong. What? Why are you such an asshole? You deserve the silver ring.
Okay, I actually did the second one. It says send a picture of one of his friends and ask if he knows them. So for this one, just pick one of his mutuals and then ask if he knows this guy.
Oh my God. As you can see. So she's done this. But here's what's crazy is this was posted 1 week ago. Bro, didn't she just get engaged? You're doing this to your fiance? Okay.
They're gonna get pressed about it for no reason.
Or like, what if this isn't her fiance? What if she's just doing this to another guy?
Just don't give them a reason. Also, he'll probably just think that he was like DMing you or something. Okay, for the next one, say, I wish my hair was as thin as yours. Like something so backhanded and condescending, he's gonna be so mad.
You're so unique. No one's ever thought of this. Oh, wait! Yes, they did in the timeless Christmas movie Mean Girls. Regina George already did it 10 times better than you. We already have the Mean Girl icon. That's what's so sad, is that she's a mean girl, but she's not even the Regina George. She's the Gretchen. Like, that's what's so sad, is when you're trying so hard to be a mean girl, and you're not even the best one. You're still just a runner-up mean girl. That's fucking sad. When you're going so out of your way to do nothing but be an asshole, presumably to someone you want you, and you're still like 4th place. This is pathetic.
Okay, this one's my favorite. The last one here says, ask if he ever gets insecure
this is all just
about
the
his
same
nose
thing
or like his
over
ears.
and over again. And you're still gonna talk about it for 2 more minutes? Girl, I love these. Give us some more. It's coming. Don't worry. These are so good. Love these. Oh my gosh. I wish me and Anna had talked so I could do this. That might be the most pathetic thing I think I've ever. Can we just sit with that for a minute? Sarah, you wish that a man would even give you the time of day so that you could degrade him? Sarah, you need to go to therapy for this. It's giving, you know, the lady who wore a diaper so that she could drive across the state and try to kidnap her ex's new girlfriend so that she could try to get back in the picture? Sarah, that's gonna be you if you don't get therapy. Wow, okay, on that note,